You're listening to the Jill Berlin Show on WSJS.
And welcome back. We are so grateful to have you here. And we are talking about open enrollment season. It officially started yesterday. You can enroll in Medicare now. So, what do you need to be doing? Well, Medicare Advantage plans are 1-year plans. So, you need to be checking your prescription drugs, run it through the gamut, see if you are on the correct plan and whether it is still a good plan. There's been a lot of changes and there are a lot of things that are coming down the pipeline. So you want to check this information with your broker. Now, you can always email me, Jill at rsvp65.com. Again, Jill at rsvp65.com. We can definitely go through your prescription drug list, your doctors, your benefits, see if what you're getting is good. And maybe you stay where you're at, or maybe you make changes. However, it is very important to go through these changes and double check to see if what you were on is a good thing or a bad thing, right? So here's the deal. Here are some of the things that are changing that you need to be aware of. Higher Medicare premium. So that Part B monthly premium, $185 in 2025, is expected to jump by 12% to $206.50. So that adds nearly $2,500 to your yearly annual cost in 2026. Now, everyone pays this amount. This has been sometimes confusing to some people. Well, my plan's only $0. Yes, it is. But if you have Medicare Part A and Part B, which you have to have it to enroll in Medicare, originally enroll in Medicare, you will be paying that Part B premium. So a lot of times people don't know that they're paying that Part B premium because it gets taken out of their monthly check, their Social Security check, so they don't notice it. However, you will notice it in 2026 when all of a sudden your check is not as much as it has been in the past. So what do you do about that? Well, I will tell you, I cannot go into plan specifics unless we meet in person, but you can actually have money that is going back into your Part B premium because there are different plans that offer Part B givebacks. All right. There are plans that have Part B givebacks. So those people who are going to see their Social Security check decrease every month in 2026, they maybe should have looked into those Part B givebacks. There are options. Remember, there are always options. I tell my kids that all the time. There's always options. All right. So what else is expected to be different? Higher income beneficiaries, the Medicare Part B and D premium surcharge, known as IRMA, is also on the rise next year. And then also something else you need to know about is drug costs. Now, in 2025, Medicare instituted a $2,000 out-of-pocket cap. So you would only spend $2,000 annually on drugs. So once you hit that catastrophic phase, you were only paying $0, right? Well, in 2026, it's going up to $2,100. So you will only pay $2,100 max out of pocket for your list of drugs in 1 year. Now, you can also sign up for the drug payment program, and that is where you pay for the drugs over the course of a year. This does not mean it reduces the amount. You just don't have to pay that large lump sum right away up front, and which can be hard for folks, right? So again, $2,100. Now, for any of you who have lived through the donut hole, you know that this $2,100 is a godsend compared to what it was before. So we had to pay a lot more for drugs once we hit that catastrophic phase. And it definitely was more than $2,100. And then it was not $0 after that. All right. So that is a plus. Well, that there's no donut hole, but it is going up to that $2,100. Now, the other thing is your tier 3 drugs. If you're on a tier 3 drug, a lot of these are being paid with coinsurance. Now, not every plan has that. Some plans have a copay. So if you have that coinsurance amount, you're going to hit that $2,100 real quickly, or you can have a copay and maybe not hit it at all. But once again, you need to go through and check these plans and check your drugs with your broker. These are 1-year plans. The Medicare Advantage plans are 1-year plans. The drug plans, 1-year plans. Also, a fun fact about the drug plans. A lot of times brokers don't want to deal with the drug plans. Why? Because carriers are no longer paying them to service clients on these drug plans. So brokers who normally should get paid or did get paid for servicing people on these Part D drug plans aren't getting paid for those anymore. Why? Because the carrier is not getting as much from who? CMS. So as a result, you are having to do this individually on your own. Now, something else I want to tell you about. The 5 stars. What does it mean when a Medicare Advantage plan gets 5 stars? Is it just kindergarten where they did a really, really, really good job and they got the 5 stars on their plan? Well, I don't know. One of the reasons why it's such a big deal for these carriers is because if they get 5-star ratings on any of their plans, then what happens is they get more money from the government. So they get more money from the government. The government then puts this money into these carriers. The carriers then put their money into the plan so they can beef up different plans. So that's why you kind of want to know and figure out which plans have the 5-star plans, because normally they'll have the better benefits. Once again, it is so important to meet with one of your brokers and figure this out and figure out why you should be on your plan or why you should go to a different plan. But these Medicare Advantage plans change every single year. And it is so important to figure out the updates because people who are on these plans need to adjust with what's going on with the times. And the biggest thing right now is people are going to be paying $206.50 for their Part B premium. That is a big, big, big adjustment. All right, so brace yourself. A lot of big changes, costly changes, that is, for Medicare. Open enrollment has officially started, so you can change your plans right now. It is open enrollment season, October 15th, and you absolutely should be checking in with your brokers to see what plans you're on and what other plans are available to you. And I got to tell you, I have a lot of clients who are switching from their current plans to another carrier who has a really, really, really good Part B give back. Email me if you want to know, Jill@rsvp65.com. All right, stay tuned. We've got a winner from the fair in-house coming on the show. This is the Jill Berlin Show.